So let's talk about it. It's Queez B.
Chuck.
EJ.
Today we're going to talk about creating your own duo. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take all 5 positions and we're going to design our own duo based off of the way the game is played today. So whether you have a shooting guard and a point guard, or point guard and a center, however you want to design your duo that you feel like will help you win in this day and age, the way the game is played. So we can start off like how y'all feel like, or what y'all think will, in this day and age,
You need a forward, athletic, like type forward, whether it be like LeBron or KD. You gotta have a forward.
No people though. We just talking.
No, I'm just saying you need that type of forward, either an athletic forward that can shoot, or one that can shoot but also can drive inside and post
what's
up.
your other position?
What's your other position?
Guard.
What, 2 guard or point guard?
Two/point, but
So
maybe
you want a
2.
small forward and 2 guard?
Yeah.
Based off of what? Like
Based off the fact that nowadays the average point guard just giving assists is it stinks. You need a 2 guard that can score, that can penetrate, because you'll have that forward also that you can kick out to for the jumper.
Small forward, right?
Yeah.
Well, then you got two positions that particularly can't create. You know what I'm saying, for anybody else.
2 guard creates. What are you talking about?
They mostly just shoot. They just shoot.
No, but they penetrate.
But see, I counter
for themselves.
I'll counter that with what he just said about point guards, because my situation, I was going point guard. I was going either point guard and center, point guard and power forward. And the reason why I'm going that way is just based off the way the game is played. Because as a point guard, you just out in general, a decent point guard, you can run a pick and roll. And if the point guard is a real point guard, he can make the determination. I can either lob it to the center, I can pull up for the jump shot, or if somebody bounce in, I'm dishing out to somebody that's shooting on around the court.
But first, there's no such thing as a power forward. It's just a forward, period. It ain't no power forward. It's not the way back in the day.
Not like back in the day.
These power forwards shoot.
That's what I'm saying. But I still want this type of the way the game's played now.
Right.
Most of your power forwards can shoot. Can shoot outside. So I want that prototype power forward.
But you still need that 2 guard, because you want also that forward to post up. So when he posts up and they double team, he can kick it out to that 2 guard who can hit the outside shot.
That's what a point guard can do.
Most point guard. I'm saying that the average point guard nowadays ain't hitting that.
Okay.
You want that 2 guard that can hit that.
So what do you think? Who
I was actually going along those lines. For a point forward, a guy who can score, who can go inside out. You know what I mean? And probably the shooting guard or point guard. That's just to me. Those are the 2 positions in today's game.
You want 2 point type prototype players? Because you still have point forward and point guard.
Point forward. I mean, because a lot of your bigs nowadays, some of your bigs nowadays, they can do a lot like guards can.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I picked the bigs.
Yeah, for me, I would pick I'll pick a center first of all, because a center, all the positions y'all named and pick, there's only one way to be elite. You got to be able to. You have to score. If you could just pass, you're not an elite point guard. If you can just pass a small forward, you're not elite. As a center, I can have different prototypes of centers. I can have an all defensive center. He could be elite. Like I have a Rudy Gobert type center and be elite in that space. Or I can have a scoring center. Or I can have a Jokic or something. I can have different versions to fit my team.
Right.
And he'd still be elite compared to those other positions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't need to rely on you to be a scorer.
If you think about the past championships, Giannis forward.
Right,
Point
he's a power
guard
forward.
Drew. You know what I mean?
He's a power forward.
Even LA, if you want to look at it, you'll look at
Brian
even though he don't consider himself a center, AD forward. You know what I mean? Brian forward.
But he played point guard.
Yeah.
He played point guard.
Right. I'm saying. Even Golden State, Steph. You know what I mean? KD. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You want that 2 guard who can hit the J, but also penetrate. And you want that forward who can hit the outside shot, but if they need to go on the post, they can go on the post and kick it out to that 2 guard who can hit the outside shot.
Well, you need, if I was going to
most centers nowadays not doing that.
If I was going to, you need to have somebody play a center to win though, right? Because AD, their best lineup was when he was center. So when the playoffs came around, they put him in the center spot, and that led to their both success having the center. Giannis, he played some center. He was guard 8 a lot. So. When you have that center, like somebody who can play that center spot, if he's elite, you can do a lot of different things with that offense. Like your pick and roll becomes more lethal.
Right.
And God forbid he could dribble. He could dribble, bring the ball up too. Like it just mismatches all over if I have a skill elite center like that can do
the,
a lot.
The
It's
game
just-
runs too many pick and
But
rolls
we
right now
haven't.
for anything
These
else.
past championships haven't won with a center that can do that.
How? AD.
But he split time. Howard and AD was in there a lot. They
True.
had a big
But even
lineup
with-
in there. Their success came off having two bigs in there a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, in the crunch time though, it was AD. Like it
But
was,
still, you
Even-
still need
but-
them other
but what you said-
lineups to
but
get to
you-
that point.
But what you said even with Giannis.
Yeah,
Giannis
that's
did
what
Still,
the
but his forward too. But he's mainly a forward. You know what I mean? He
But-
didn't start playing center a lot till this year.
He did it in the championship. They had.
But to this year though, I'm
Right.
just saying. But mainly he was a power forward to get them to that
But-
position.
But you're
If
saying
you don't-
two guard. What team won for two guard?
Steph is a two guard. He's a
Oh,
point slash
he's a
two
point
guard.
guard.
Did he just say Steph is a two guard?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that Chris Paul won the
That's really
argument.
to me, like in
Yeah, point
nowadays,
guard argument.
I'm just saying. To me, nowadays, most guards are shooting. There's few that are not. Like Mike Conley is not known as a scorer. You know what I mean?
He's
You
a
would
point
consider him an average point guard. Even Chris Paul ain't putting up points like he used to be. You know what I mean? You consider him a point guard.
What do you
But
consider
Devin
Donovan
Booker, you consider the shooter.
What do you consider Donovan Mitchell?
With Donovan Mitchell, he's a two guard.
Okay, you consider him a two
He's
guard.
the size of a point guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
what I can say is the last championships haven't been won with an elite two guard.
And they ain't been one with no center.
You had power forwards.
You had your best player play center,
Center,
which
right.
is why.
But they were playing both center and forward though.
But their best
mainly
lineups
they was
became-
playing forward.
Well, go ahead.
No, I'm saying their best lineups were when that person played center. So when it came down to the thick of it, I'm gonna play center. That's just what those players was comfortable with. But if they want to play center,
AD's
the fact that
not
they can
comfortable
play
playing
center.
center.
That's what I'm saying though. But the fact that he played center when they needed him to, that's what made him elite.
But I'm
When
talking
they-
about
when they-
their record and getting them to the point they needed to be.
What-
They was playing forward majority of the season. You don't get there.
But they have
They
talent.
didn't get there playing center. They got there when
Right, but if
playing
AD
forward.
played center, they would have the same record. I mean, the talent got them there. I mean, if you mismatch positions, like the talent got them there.
Yeah, for me,
I feel like-
that's the reason why I picked when I said my type would have been a forward or a center and my point guard for that particular reason. Because like you said, most championships you had an elite power forward, an elite center or power forward that can play both positions, center and power forward, to where you won a championship with. And then you got somebody like Bron when he did with LA. He played point guard position. He played a point guard position in order for that
Right,
system to
forward,
work.
like I said.
Right, no, I'm just saying, but he played point guard
Right.
position in order for that position to work. Drew, same thing. He played that point guard position in order for Giannis to be able to work that whole
But he's
situation.
still giving you 18 to 20.
It don't matter what he's giving you. The
He
fact
still,
you still got
still can score.
but you still got to run that. You still got to be able to run that system. Meaning, the only reason why Milwaukee had a chance when they didn't have Drew, who actually was running like a real point guard, they couldn't get. They didn't get as far as they got. When they got Drew, who actually ran this like a real point guard, you see, they won. He was the missing piece that they needed to win. They had everything.
But
else.
they needed his points also. That's what I'm saying. You need that guard who can hit the shot. You need that guard who can hit the shot. You
Be
just
able to
can't
score.
win
Yeah.
with a point guard just giving out assists.
Right.
That's all I'm
You
saying.
gotta be able to score.
Right, you gotta be able to score. Right.
But you still say that point guard.
You gotta he gotta at least give you 15 or more.
But in all fairness, most of the point guards in this league
A scoring point guard now
Right.
anyway.
That's why I said it's only a few like Mike Conley. You don't consider him a scoring point guard. He can score. He can score when
You don't
you
need
need
to
him,
on our
but
team.
you don't need him.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Chris
Even Chris Paul,
you don't
really
need him. You don't
Right.
need him, but he still can score
But
when he
you
needs
consider
to.
him a true point guard.
Point guard.
You know what I mean?
That's for me.
But you look at Devin Booker as the guard that's going to do the scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely have, probably point guard and be it either center or forward, just because the chemistry and the connection between those positions
I can control the
are
game.
endless. Like
And I can control the game.
there is a seamless match there with point guard and center, as far as when you can get them open, when you could do that. Like, I mean, think about not even just trying to stick to the players, but the fact that what CP did for Ayton, who's not an elite center.
But now he looks
So if
like
I had an elite center with that, imagine with my elite point guard and my elite center, how much even better those numbers will look. Even for anybody else, like that connection is just better. But the point of with 3-pointers being so
Right. You need
such
both of
thing,
them to be able to
fast,
hit that.
fast pace.
The
Your
the
big
guard
man,
and the forward.
your
gotta
big
be able to
man
hit
in
that.
the 3 is not as likely, right? So
Everybody on the team.
So,
you
question:
whole starting
if a
five,
system,
basically.
if not again, stay away from the players. If the system that Phoenix is running wins you a championship, does that change the landscape? Because they're not running heavy
Right.
3-point system.
They're not, no.
They're running pick and roll center. The point guard decides who gets the buckets, and then
It
goes
remains
to
the
the
the next.
best shot, whoever got the best shot.
gets
It
the
remains,
shot.
it remains to be seen.
I'm just saying.
It
If
didn't
they,
work so far.
they got to the, they got into the finals.
They didn't win. You know how I feel. If you ain't winning, don't mean crap.
Okay. That's why I said if that system eventually
Right.
equates to a championship, does that
Right.
change the whole act?
Right.
Okay.
Because really, in reality, the last true team to win with a center was what, Shaq? With a
Unless you
true
count-
center?
Unless you're gonna count Spurs with Duncan.
Well, the Lakers.
Duncan was the center.
count Spurs
Then
with
Duncan.
Duncan.
Then you go with Duncan.
With Spurs when he was playing center with them championship teams. So
Yeah.
I would say that would be the last time because after that, Bron won.
Yeah, Marc Gasol wasn't a true center.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
he was true center, but he wasn't.
He wasn't that dominant.
Yeah, he wasn't that
Yeah.
dominant. Yeah.
Warriors had like Bogut and
Yeah,
Right,
there wasn't
right.
nobody.
Something like
Bron had nobody with Cleveland when they won. Golden State had them. Yeah, so really no.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't until AD when, like you said, you got him back with AD. You actually saw a
Right.
power
He
forward
flip flop
center.
back and
Right.
forth.
So,
So
yeah.
what I would pick a center for was because now I gotta look at the landscape, right? I need somebody for Giannis, and your typical forward, I mean small forward, probably
Yeah,
can't
power
guard
forward,
Giannis.
yeah.
Like I need somebody big enough and agile enough to keep in front of him, like just somebody who at least make it a little bit difficult for him.
Yeah.
See,
Um,
I would agree with that.
I need somebody for AD. I need somebody for Jokic. I need
And I need him
somebody-
to be able to shoot.
Yeah.
And nowadays, these centers, look at what freaking.
But honestly, I would agree with that if these centers, not naming names, if these centers that are playing, they go up against, play the way he play.
Who, Giannis?
Yeah, they
Well,
don't
he's
play
a
the way
freak
he
of nature.
play.
He's a freak
I'm
of
just
nature.
saying.
He's a freak of nature.
They don't play the way he play. He coming right at him.
He's
and
a freak of
lot
nature.
them are backing down.
He's
You
a
know what
freak
I
of
mean? Or they
nature.
not giving it back to him on the other end. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
don't-
if
but-
it was that type of center that would go back at him,
Well, then you
then I
gotta,
agree.
but you got to think about one thing. He didn't come in the league doing that neither.
no, he grew.
He grew into
Each
that.
year he grew.
So, I don't
That's
know.
up here.
Right, that's up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I
that's
know.
up-
I'm just saying though. Far as
For
I would
sure.
agree with that, if these centers were giving it back.
Well, we're talking about your center, right? So if you had an elite center,
Well, he's saying he wanted 2 guard.
I
and
said
a
he
small
wants
forward.
I said a guard and
yeah,
forward.
my elite
Guard
center,
and forward.
my elite center gonna be that.
Right.
So,
Right. You got you got to play. That's the same thing I'm saying. You got to be able to play defense.
Yeah,
Right. You
you
got to be
do
able to play defense. You ain't gonna just be out there be a tall big dude out there. You got to be able to play defense.
yeah, so that's what I mean.
You got to be a mobile center.
Yeah, so that's what we stand on building our duos. Anybody got any last points or how y'all like structured?
Well, just my 4, he would have to be able to play defense too.
So basically,
like,
the same
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is where we stand on that. I mean, I think next I think we can get into is you had something about AD.
Listen, man.
And
All
his
right.
Bron, man.